can barely see that screen, eh?
It's going.
Should I get my other glasses?
No, it's fine. Hey guys, welcome to Unbiased Rugby. My name's Donovan.
Hello everyone. I don't think you would agree with us as unbiased. I've got a South African jersey and Donovan's got a provincial jersey. So we're going to be as unbiased as we can today.
So in today's one we're going to be talking about the Cape Town Sevens that happened over this weekend. We don't normally talk about sevens. We're waving to our neighbour. We don't normally talk about sevens, but we decided today to talk about sevens. Last week we were given a set of tickets to go watch the Cape Town Sevens from Castle Free, which was pretty exciting. See, there we go, Castle Free. Gordon couldn't make it to the game; he wasn't feeling too good, so I went through with Joanne, my wife, and so we're just going to talk about the weekend sevens. Gordon was at home watching the games. What did you think of the games, Gordon?
Well, there were so many, it's hard to think of any games, but I think the most impressive one the most impressive team to me, and I didn't really expect this, was Fiji.
Hey, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Powerful, fast, got abundance of energy.
Absolutely amazing. You know, I was at the stadium, and Fiji was one of the first games. I can't remember who they played first off the bat. It could have been... I can't remember, but I think they won the game 54-0. You know, for 14 minutes of game time. That's.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think who they played.
I know it was. I can't remember who was in their pool, but yeah, it was an absolutely exciting game. I think all their games are really, really good. They beat South Africa in the semi-finals, and then obviously beat the USA in the finals. But yeah, absolutely impressive team, eh? Wow.
If anybody could help us and clarify if Ireland had a team. We were looking for them because we're getting Irish
supporters.
Shirts. What do you call them? Jerseys.
Yeah.
And I was looking for them on Saturday, but I didn't see any.
I don't think
Sunday
I saw them
as well, because I watched most of Sunday.
Yeah. Jan and I were at the stadium on Saturday, and I must admit, you know, I've heard that Sevens is super festive, but I was completely surprised. You know, people were getting dressed up. We saw there were a few bumblebees. There was people wearing tutus. There was quite a few stormtroopers. Yeah, it was absolutely amazing, and it's amazing how it was just music playing, and it was just absolutely incredible.
The vibe was good.
Oh, it was absolutely amazing. I was absolutely shocked at how well it was organised, how just how exciting it was. I've got a few videos which I'm going to play while we're chatting. So it might break for those videos, but wow! If there's a sevens tournament happening close to where you are,
go and watch it.
Go watch it. Yeah. It's well worth. It's worth it. It really is such a festive day. The games are enjoyable. From a rugby perspective, you can see how these players have to manipulate space, how they have to, because you know at the breakdown. And normally you got one opposition that's there over the ball, and then normally for if I've got the ball, you've got a guy on the floor, a guy protecting it, and then a guy clearing. So you've essentially have fewer numbers on the outside. It's about it's hard to manipulate the space on the outside because there's more defenders than attackers. And from the line out, I really like the fact that the hooker throws in, and while the guy's in the air,
runs along the side and catches it.
Yeah, he catches it from the side.
Yeah, I think they learnt that from England. England were doing that.
Oh, it was just... It's so impressive how just manipulating space, and for any young guy who's coming up in rugby, I just think sevens is such a great way of understanding that.
And I tell you, you've got to be muddy fit, eh?
Oh.
Because you are covering twice as much ground as you would if there were 15 players.
Exactly, and a lot of the tries are end-to-end things. So you're on your try line, and you could get the turnover, and these guys run straight across the field, 100 meters.
Some of them they must have huge reservoirs as lungs, eh?
Yeah, who's that guy from America? Perry Baker.
Excellent, yeah.
Oh,
excellent.
Fast,
He was a wing, wasn't he?
I'm not sure, but he was on the side there. But wow, is he fast! But one thing I got to say with the Fijians, they're offloading. You know, we were sitting. We actually had quite a good view of the one side of the field, and some of those offloads that the Fijians were doing were just they were Sonny Bill Williams like.
Yeah.
It was that impressive. It really, really was a great day. It was a festive day.
Well, the day was fine, but the two disappointments, well, I wouldn't say disappointments, the two letdowns was, of course, my beloved team, New Zealand, and South Africa. You know, I thought they would actually wind up in the finals.
Yeah, and obviously it was a Fiji-USA final. America were completely outplayed in the final. It was one step too far going up against Fiji.
Yeah, but I tell you, America have really excelled in rugby from what they did 10 years ago. They didn't even know what a rugby ball looked like.
Yeah, but I was also reading, you know, it's a lot more affordable for a country like Spain or Canada to have a sevens program as opposed to a 15-man program, because it's an established world tournament. You're getting more bang for your buck. It's an Olympic sport, sevens. It's a Commonwealth sport. So the guys, you can actually get more traction with having a sevens team than you would having a 15s team. So that's why there was Spain. I think it was Spain, Russia, Kenya, Zimbabwe. I'm trying to think of the other small.
Was Brazil in it? Oh,
I didn't see Brazil. No.
Huh.
The one of the tier 1 nations, I was surprised that I didn't see Ireland. It was a shock to me, because it was Argentina, Japan was there. I'm just trying to go through Samoa.
Yeah.
Samoa actually beat New Zealand in the pool games.
Yeah. Should we ask Mark on air or email him, you know, if he knows any reason why the
Irish don't have a sevens?
Irish didn't have a sevens team? Yeah,
it's very, very frustrating. Not frustrating. It's very, very
unusual.
Weird. Very weird that they don't have one, because I just think it's a great way of introducing men and women to the sport.
Yeah.
You know, because it is that such a festive environment. But yeah, once again, I've got to say, it really is well worth it to actually go buy the tickets and go spend the day there. And the beauty of it is you can go with your wife, your kids. You know, there were young kids there, like 3-4 years old, and they were having a great time. So I think it's a whole day for the whole family, and I think that's what the most important thing is.
Appeal to people.
It is. And if Super Rugby could just maybe take a leaf out of that they're trying to get that kind of atmosphere
Oh,
at a Super Rugby game. Not all the games, just some of the games during the year. Maybe make a festival of a weekend festival of Super Rugby where we have a few teams playing at one stadium or something like that. It could be a great way of getting that kind of that groundswell for Super Rugby.
It's a hang of a risk for whoever is coming out to play against our boys, because the cost of the airlines and cost of the hotel accommodation and all that, so it's got to be a paying exercise.
We had to go pick up the tickets from the Southern Sun the hotel there by the waterfront, and I went to the hotel and I walked into the lobby to the concierge to go pick up the tickets, and every single Seven side was in that hotel.
Of course.
So I saw Fijians, I saw the Scottish team, I saw Neil Powell. So
all in the hall.
Well, they were all, because they were all preparing to go to the stadium, and there they all were in the same hotel, and it just seemed like I can understand why these guys, they know each other, they seem like they're really good friends. There's no fights or anything like that. A guy gets tackled, helps him up.
It's in the game.
It's a different.
After that, it's over.
It's a completely different atmosphere. Anything else you want to comment about it, Gordon?
That's all, and I just wanted to tell. Is it G? What is the guy, the blogger in
PE
New Zealand?
2 cents.
2 cents. I'm wearing this jersey because I only got it yesterday. I have my New Zealand one inside the house, so please don't feel offended at what I did to make it look like fair play. Is I wore this, not as nice as yours, and this. Can you see it?
Another All Blacks cap, Gordon. Like he needs another All Blacks cap. Yeah. But listen, guys, I just want to say, put down your comments below if you were at the game, if you watched some of the games, what you thought of the games of the Sevens, what you see the difference between Sevens and 15s is, because I see there's a big difference. It's like they're different codes completely. But how guys can learn from Sevens and what you guys thought of Sevens rugby all in general. But listen, guys, I hope you guys have a great week, and here's looking forward to some good rugby coming up in the following weekends. I think there's European rugby on at the moment.
Is it?
Yes, I have been watching some of the European games. The reason being is I'm trying to prepare for Six Nations. So and I think that the European rugby, most of the people in the European rugby will make up the Six Nations team. So that's why I've been trying to learn the names and see who the really good players are, things like that. But listen, guys, I hope you have a great week. Chat soon. Cheers. Bye.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching.